York with the latest. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Anne-Marie. Well, those two proposals were expected to fail even before the Senate voted. And now that they did, all those federal workers living without a paycheck are back to hoping leaders on both sides of the aisle find another way to end this shutdown. 35 days into the partial government shutdown, hundreds of thousands of federal workers are missing a second paycheck today.
I shouldn't have to go into my savings because they're fighting about a border wall.
As expected, dueling measures to reopen the government failed in the Senate yesterday.
2 show votes, and my hope is that after that, it will allow us to really get down to work.
Shortly after, bipartisan talks between lawmakers ramped up.
I'm prepared to listen to anyone in order to get government opened.
Mitch McConnell's meeting with Chuck Schumer.
At the White House, President Trump said he'd support a reasonable agreement, but didn't back away from the main sticking point.
We have to have a wall in order to have border security. You cannot have border security without a wall.
He suggested a prorated down payment to start paying for it, but most Democrats remain firmly against the border wall.
How ludicrous it is that this government is shut down over a promise the President of the United States couldn't keep.
Meanwhile, federal workers are flocking to food banks to get by.
Well, I know they are, and I don't really quite understand why.
Commerce Secretary and multimillionaire Wilbur Ross said they should just take out loans.
We have not gotten paid at all, and I think the most stressful part is just pushing our bills back. Some companies are understanding, some companies are not understanding.
President Trump said he's looking at alternatives to fund the wall, an apparent reference to declaring a national emergency. And earlier this month, the president had backed off declaring an emergency, but now it looks like that's back on the table as an option as the shutdown drags on. Anne-Marie.
Wow, Mark Liverman here in New York. Thank you so much, Mark.